I used to believe grief had a language everyone understood. That when you lost someone so deeply connected to your soul, the world would at least pause for a moment, acknowledge the weight of it. I was wrong. My son, Daniel, died last Wednesday. He was 7. 7 years of laughter, scraped knees, bedtime stories, and the warmth of his small hands gripping mine. 7 years of believing I had something unbreakable. And then gone. Just like that. I spent the week drowning in funeral arrangements, trying to figure out how to do the impossible, put my child in the ground and still wake up the next morning. My wife, Lena, barely spoke to me through it all. I chalked it up to shock. People grieve differently, right? Maybe she needed space. I was wrong about that, too. The night before the funeral, Lena was on the phone a lot. Not with me, not with family. With her mother and her friends. She laughed a few times. Laughed. I wanted to say something, but I swallowed it down. Maybe it was her way of coping. Maybe I was too numb to care. That night, I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, waiting for her to say something. Anything. Instead, she turned her back to me, scrolling through her phone. At 3 a.m., I woke up to the sound of her suitcase zipper closing. I sat up. Where are you going? My voice came out raw, cracked. She barely glanced at me. New Zealand. Mom booked a trip. We leave tomorrow night. I blinked at her. Tomorrow night? That's the day of I couldn't even finish the sentence. The funeral, yeah. She sighed like I was asking her to cancel a dentist appointment. We planned this a while ago. I need to get away, clear my head. My chest tightened. Lena, it's our son's funeral. She rolled her eyes. Look, I don't like all this. Crying in mourning. It's depressing. Mom, the girls, and we just want to breathe, you know? Enjoy life. We're going to New Zealand. Bury your son and cry alone. And then she laughed. Not just her friends, too. One of them said something in the background, and they all giggled. Then Lena added, "We don't like to cry, lol." I sat there, staring at her, at my wife, at the woman who carried our son for 9 months, who rocked him to sleep, who should have been breaking into pieces just like me. But there was nothing. No sadness. No regret. Just impatience, like I was a burden for even questioning her. That's when something in me snapped. I didn't yell. Didn't cry. I just stood up, walked past her, and grabbed my laptop. I handle all the finances. The mortgage, her credit cards, her mother's loan payments, every single thing she and her friends enjoy without a second thought. I sat on the couch and, with a few clicks, locked every account. Every card. Every dollar. By the time Lena woke up the next morning, the funeral home had already confirmed the final arrangements. And she had already realized her card was declined. She stormed into the living room, eyes blazing. What the hell is wrong with my bank? My card isn't working. I looked up from my coffee. I froze it. Her jaw dropped. You what? I also stopped the mortgage payments. And the car payments. Your mom's loans, your little spa trips, your girls' night outs, it's all gone. You wanted to enjoy life, right? Buy your own ticket to New Zealand. Her face turned red. Then her phone rang. Then another. And another. One by one, her friends called, their voices panicked. My card isn't working. What did you do? Lena, my rent is due. What the hell is going on? 315 missed calls. I watched her slowly realize what just happened. She grabbed her phone, dialing frantically. Then she turned to me. You're punishing me because I won't sit around crying with you? I laughed. Actually laughed. No, Lena. I'm punishing you because our son is dead, and you're acting like it's an inconvenience. She packed her things anyway. Went to her mom's. Tried to call the bank, but since I'm the primary account holder, she couldn't do a damn thing. The funeral was quiet. Small. I buried my son alone, just like she told me to. My hands shook as I lowered the last flower onto his casket. But I didn't cry. Not there. Not then. Later that night, when the house was empty, when I walked past Daniel's bedroom and saw his toys still scattered on the floor, that's when I broke. I sank to the floor and sobbed until my ribs ached. Lena never came back that night. Or the next. It took her 3 days to show up at the door. She looked worn out, like someone who had finally run out of excuses. She sat across from me, silent for a long time. Then she whispered, "I don't know how to feel pain the way you do." I met her eyes. Then we don't belong together. She didn't argue. Didn't beg. Just nodded. That was 3 months ago. The divorce papers came through last week. I signed them without hesitation. I kept the house. She got whatever little money she had left in her personal savings. She tried to call a few times, but I never answered. Because I've finally learned something. Grief doesn't make everyone kind. It doesn't bring people together. Sometimes, it exposes who they really are. And sometimes, the hardest part of losing someone isn't the loss itself. It's realizing who was never really there.